Well, get out of here. By force. What do I mean by force? You know, as I look back on this year of craziness, I do have a backup camera. I don't have a hooked up. I saw some kid out here in the cul-de-sac. Anyways, by force. Why am I talking by force? Or why do I mean by force? I look back on this year and I see a resemblance of some things that are, I don't know, they're taught in business school, or they used to be, or I don't know if they're still taught. Who knows what's taught anymore? But it used to be an aspect of business that if you want to implement new ideas or concepts, though sometimes you may have little discussions and roundtable things, it was always by force that you'd make the change. So one day would be one way, the next day these are new guidelines or whatever they want to call them, and they would change things by force. When I was young and working at Boeing, and I was hired in 1989, and I was in tooling, and I was old school then in Boeing, right? And they had different ways of doing things then. So their ways, they used to have, if you had an idea, you can give them an idea and you put it in a thing, and then if they used your idea, they would pay you a percentage. But and I maxed out because they had a maximum how much they give you. I maxed out, I think, 2 years in a row, right? Then in I believe it was around 1992, Boeing started changing things. Can we figure out what we're going to do, people? And that was, they just started changing certain operational procedures. And there was no, hey, talk to the guys who did the work, because in production, the production guys were always complaining how things were being done. I was a part of a program that was in that transition thing where we were doing like AOG, aircraft on ground, but we were doing things, we were able to do things without going through this old process. So the issue is when those changes happened, everybody bitched and moaned and said, who the hell thought of this crap? This doesn't work. This is not how it did. But it didn't matter. They made the change anyways. So with this whole pandemic thing, and Trump being a businessman whom I know, he understands this aspect. It's not about asking for change. It's about forcing and bringing change. Just boom, implementing it. Boom, getting it done. There's no sitting around and negotiating, and you could care less if people don't like how you're going to do it or how you're changing it, or hey, you should have asked us. We know how to do this because we've been doing it this way for years and it's been working. They don't care. Implement the change. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. There's no questions. Boom, get it done. So with Trump being in office, and this whole COVID thing coming, and all these changes being implemented, reminded me, as I was thinking, of just how it used to be. I mean, or how it is in business. There's no round table discussion. It's, this is what we're going to do, and you're going to do it, and I don't care how you did it before. This is the new way, and there you go. So you got this guy right here. He's walking all by himself, nobody around him. He's wearing a stupid mask on his face. He even gave me the that kind of look. So here's another thing. Here's another topic. While I'm driving home, I had to pick up a check. I had to fix a water heater a couple of days ago, and lady's a nurse, so she's like on these weird shifts. So this is the only time I get work. So, anyways, that nobody cares, right? Doesn't matter. I almost lost what I was going to talk about. Anyways, okay. Here's one. Bearing false witness. I had a situation happen the other day with a person, and this person accused me of something. And when they started accusing me of this thing, I just came down on them like a ton of bricks. No mercy. I don't like people accusing me of crap at all. And so, you know, it really was, oh, this, and I think you did this. I said, you can go F yourself, dude. Get the hell out of here. I said, here's what's going to happen. And this is exactly what I told him. This is what's going to happen, you dickweed. And I'm not, when I'm pissed, I'm pissed. I get irate. I said, but this is what's going to happen, dickweed. You little piece of crap. Scumbag. You're gonna find out that it was you that made the mistake, and you're gonna freaking come crawling on your knees back to me begging for forgiveness, because that's the only way I'm gonna forgive you. Because other than that, you're just going off spouting and saying that somebody did something that they didn't do, and it was really you to begin with, right? A few minutes later, maybe it was 20 minutes later, it was like, oh, I want to apologize. No, not listening to you. Yeah, but no, I'm not going to listen to you. Get out of here. I just was like, get the hell away from me. I told you that it was not me. It was probably yourself. And so you still thought, I just don't like being accused of things that I don't do. And it got me to thinking, because, I get people sometimes, oh, you're a little hard on people. I'm thinking, no, I'm not. Because God, that's one of the things God hates. If you think about it, in the Ten Commandments, it says, don't take my name in vain. That means you're going around telling people, God said this, God said that, God saying, I didn't say nothing. Don't be talking for me. Don't be and that's an aspect of bearing false witness or lying about somebody. So-and-so said this, or you did this, or blaming somebody for something they didn't do, right? And why I'm saying this is so important, I probably should do a video just upon this topic. But bearing false witness is such a big deal that originally we were innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That's how our legal system used to be, because our legal system used to understand that even God, that was one of God's most, in a sense, pissed him off the most. You start bearing false witness against people, God, I don't think he doesn't like that at all. Don't say I said something if I didn't say it. Keep your mouth freaking shut, and don't bear false witness. He's always said that. This is why there's always two witnesses with everything, right? Don't go around saying crap. Don't go around talking about people. Don't go around accusing people, right? Bearing false witness is one of the biggest things I think God hates. And it used to be a state within our country to where, we're innocent until proven guilty. Now, I could be pulled over right now, I guess, by some cop saying I was speeding 2 miles over, or maybe not even, or maybe he had a stick up his ass and goes, I don't like you. Oh, I assumed something. And then immediately assuming guilt, wanting to take somebody out of a vehicle, or take or barging into a house when it used to have a warrant, or any time that you were put even into cuffs or detained, to be even detained, your Miranda rights were supposed to be said to you. You have a right to remain silent, right? That's because you're being detained. But nobody gives a shit about that anymore. It's like nobody cares about bearing false witness. That, and to me, when this person within the family was accusing me of something I didn't do, and then later they realized that they were wrong, I think they didn't understand why I just didn't say, oh, no problem. I think he really, I know for a fact, because I saw him today too, and he's kind of wanting to, be nice and crap. And I'm not nice to him. And I'm not going to be nice to him until he asks for forgiveness. Not, oh, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. No, it doesn't work that way. Will you forgive me? I was in the wrong. Yes, I will forgive you. Until then, piss off. That's what I say. But that's the way this world is right now. This world is all about no one's innocent. Everybody's freaking guilty. Everybody's, you're presuming, assuming. I saw somebody wrote something. Oh, I can't see. I'm gonna need glasses or something. Getting old. Anyways. Getting old, man. I'm getting old. Yeah. Guilty until proven innocent. Oh, that's another thing too. It's like I'm gonna start doing these short, more focused videos. But there's a video I'm working on in my head. I was going to do it later on tonight. And it's a local guy out of Idaho, the Clyde Bundy. I don't know if any of you guys follow him. But he's always, I don't think he's intentionally stirring up problems, but problems always find him. That's what I'm saying. Because he's always fighting for what's right. I'm fighting for what's right. I'm fighting for... But I'm almost like, dude, your whole tactic is stupid. You're trying to fight a system that's corrupt. The only way you're going to uncorrupt that system is to get involved. Jesus even got involved into things, people. Moses even got involved into things. So I've been saying since the beginning, get involved. Run for office. Freaking dog catcher. I don't give a crap. Run for office. Understand what it's about. Understand the procedures. Understand when you get elected that you're put in a room with a bunch of people and being told almost in certain terms that we'll throw you in jail if you do A, B, and C, that kind of thing. And you're really showing that you really have no freedoms, and that more walls and barriers are created when you are an official that is, voted into office. But instead, and even though as bad as that is, and I understand that sucks, it would be nice if we had good Christian men on the school board, men and women on the school board, right? Then you're not going to have any issues, right? So what would happen if you had good Christian men and women in a city council or a town council or a county council? What if all those positions were filled by good people? Oh, I don't know. Good things might happen. Or how about sheriffs? Elected sheriffs that were good Christian people, right? So all these people, it's like the Alex Joneses and all these different guys out there that have these platforms and all they do is spew a bunch of crap. None of them ever put together a platform or anything that lets people know, hey, there's a dog catcher thing coming up here next month or whatever it is, because every position has different times in which you can apply. There's deadlines in which you can apply. Some people don't know all the regulations involved. You know, wouldn't it be, it's like those kids, remember those kids with GameStop? What if the kids with it's this mentality. So these kids with GameStop screwed over these hedge fund guys by all getting together and buying some GameStop stock, right? Well, what would happen if a bunch of people got together in a community and said, hey, we're going to replace this mayor with one of our own? You'd probably win. So this Clyde Bundy guy and all the stuff that he does is just, it's really, we all know the system's corrupt. It's all going to be corrupt until you get good men and women of God in those positions to fill them. That's just the way it is. Well, I'll get my kitchen cabinets tomorrow for my kitchen remodel. I think it'll end up looking real nice. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know anything else on the news front. I really don't. If anybody has anything, let me know. Let's see, what else was, that was about it. I really don't really have anything to talk about. I was talking to some guy, I can't remember his name, sorry dude. I'll call you the trucker guy. I got a couple of trucker guys that listen, but you know who you are. They're talking about alien invasions or maybe his concept on the rapture. I think sometimes people don't understand. I'm not a rapture guy, people. I believe in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, this day shall not happen until the falling away, the son of perdition reveals himself. The falling away does not mean a rapture. The falling away is like a veil being lifted. The falling away means Lucifer is cast down, like in Revelation is talking about. He was cast down, right? Revelation 12, I believe. But 2 Thessalonians is in line with Revelation. This day shall not happen until falling away, son of perdition be revealed, one who calls himself God, sits upon the throne in the temple, and that's what he wants you to call him God. That's why I always say the mark of the beast is not the computer chip, though it is an aspect of the computer chip. They can track you, they'll find you, to then drag you up before Satan. But the issue with Satan in your mind and on your hand is that you pledge with your right hand. You always pledge with your right hand, right? I pledge, raise your right hand, pledge in a courtroom, right? You put your right hand over your heart, right? You pledge. It's about a pledge. And it's about believing that pledge in your mind. That's the mark. It has nothing to do with a seen image, or, well, they will make an image of him, but that's a whole other story. The mark is that, is you pledge. So, 2 Thessalonians, this day shall not pass till the falling away, son of perdition be revealed, man of sin, sets himself upon the throne to be called God. that kind of thing. You can read it yourself because I don't know it verbatim, But that's it. And you ain't going until that time happens. So thinking you're going to be raptured away is foolishness. You might get hit by a Mack truck. Maybe God will take you out by the fake coronavirus. I don't know. Guy tried to cut corn a little too cutty. Anyways, unleaded, it's 337 here in Washington, just to let you know. That's the Arco, so that's the cheaper stuff. Probably about 350. So I was talking to him about that. I think he was talking about the 2 men in the field or something like that. My reference is the, Second Thessalonians. And the reason why I use that is because it's the same writer, Paul, I believe, that wrote First Thessalonians. Then he writes Second, and then he says something like, basically he's saying, hey, look, some of you have mistaken what I said in my first letter to you, right? Once you read it, you'll see what I'm saying. It says, as in my first letter unto you, blah, blah, blah. For this day shall not happen until the falling away, son of perdition, be revealed, son of, that whole thing. And then I'll even go with this. Everybody knows about the time being cut short because even the elect would be deceived. Well, why would we be worrying about the elect? Would not the elect be raptured out because aren't they like the elect? They wouldn't even be here because they are God's elect, meaning they've proven themselves to him. So he's already got them covered. Oh, you're good to go. You're my Knights of the round table here. So, So it does say that even the elect would be deceived. If the elect would be deceived. It didn't say they will be. If they would be deceived. That's why he cut it shorter, the time, from 7 years to 3.5 years. Also, if there was a rapture, of course, there could be witnesses even if there was a rapture, but that, like I'm saying, there's no rapture. God knows the people of weak minds, so he might, there might be a big earthquake or something. A few 100,000 people will die. Oh, well, wait a minute. That's also in Revelation 2, where it talks about the third of the sea and the captains and the boats and all this kind of stuff are taken out. So, that's interesting. And then there's a mighty earthquake, which also takes out a crap ton of people. And there's a bunch of other things that take out a bunch of people. So, God's going to be taking out a lot of people. You may be on a cruise, and then whatever happens, and the tsunami comes and takes you out. Well, then there's your rapture. You're dead. If you think you're going to be caught up in the clouds, you're talking about the seventh trump, right? That's at the very, very end of all this stuff. So, there's so many, there's this Hagee guy, there's that's Johnny Hagee. Can't stand that guy. My uncle used to listen to him. My uncle even went with him on his Israel tour. Israel and Jews, land and Jews are the best he will have.
the 4 blood moons are gonna bring forth the apocalypse. I even wrote a book about it.
Oh, okay. I can tell you the 4 blood moons because on the 4th moon, the 4th of the 4 blood moons, I think it was the 4th or maybe it was the 3rd, I actually released my album 40 Years of Wandering on that day. So it was in April. Just saying. I believe it was the same. I think I did a release on that day, and the official release was my daughter's birthday. So, or maybe those were both same time. So, April 21st. My daughter will be 13 here real soon. Jonathan Kahn, the name's in the name. He's a con man. What better way to mark him than that? By his name. Kahn. Kahn! Shatner for you there, right? Now, there's some things I like what he has to say, but I don't like it when my problem with Kahn or Kane or Kahn is that it's always about his books. What was his last book? He would do all these sermons, and he would always reference his book. It's like, you got the Bible, the Bible. That's the book for me. I stand upon the Word of God, the Bible. I mean, come on. Why are you preaching out of your own freaking book, you dumbass? You know? Con man. Anyways, I'm hoping I can play Shatner's role in the next movie. The search for Jonathan Kahn. I guess I have problems with people who write books and then instead of preaching out of the Bible, they're preaching out of their own freaking book. And there's a lot of pastors who've done that, and it just pisses me off. And like, there's a church I went to, and this pastor used to do the same thing. I told him one time, I says, boy, the Bible doesn't mean crap to you, huh?
He looked at me like, oh, the Bible's everything.
Well, then how come you don't have it up on your freaking pedestal there, dude? You're always reading out of your stupid book you wrote.
Well, I put a lot of time and effort into this book.
I think Jesus freaking died on the cross for your book, jackass. I put a lot of hours in this book. I even wrote a few things myself. I didn't have it. And then they forget to tell you they had an editor, they had a publisher, they had probably a ghostwriter. I know. I'm very vocal with people. It's like how he started this whole video thing. Was that I started it by sharing the fact of how businesses create change in a company. They don't ask people how they feel about changing anything. They just implement it and do it. If you don't like it, there's a freaking door. And that's exactly what's happened this last year. Oh, you don't want to wear a mask? This is the policy. Don't like it, there's the door. You don't want to get the shot? Well, don't like it, there's the policy, there's the door. Don't like your policy, there's the door. You know? And so, that's the way it is. You want the job, you wear the mask. You want the job, you get the shot. Right? You want the job, you put innocent people in jail. you want the job, you don't give a shit about the Constitution. You follow our laws. You know? If you want the job, you got to be willing to shoot your mama in the head. Because you might have to. But at least you got a job. Right?
I gotta pay my mortgage.
Mama, I'm sorry, Mama. I got to shoot you in the head. Got to kill you. But it's my job and you wouldn't take that shot. So got to kill you. Gotta throw you in the oven, Mama. Getting back to my get off this topic here, off the subject. My original aspect of the secondary aspect of the video was how I respond to people, and I think sometimes people, I think people think, I don't know, if you knew me, I'm telling you, if you knew me and we hung out and I'm the way I am right now, and I don't tell stories like, oh, I told this guy that, and then I told him he could kiss my ass, then I told him that, you know, this, whatever. And then you see a video of that situation, and the guy was going, oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's like people that get pulled over by cops or something, right? Yes, sir. Yes, officer, sir. You're such a freaking liar. Me? Man, what I tell you is probably only half of what I said. Because I'm just like that. I'm just that way. If I get pissed off at you, and I just don't go off the handle on people. I really think about I look at everything. I ask a couple questions really quickly, but then I'll go off. It's like I said in the beginning of the video, somebody accused me of something. And I basically told them to piss off. You're going to have to freaking get on your knees and come up here and apologize when I come by. Right? I can't read everything that's on here. Like I said before, my eyes are getting bad. I need end of the day, I need glasses or something.
I'm getting old. Oh.
No one pissed me off today. I had a pretty good day today. It was yesterday I got a little pissy or something. But I'm going to do a video on that topic, I think. I think that might be a good topic. It seems people like topic videos. So a good topic is what really pisses off God the most. Don't bear false witness. Don't bear false witness. You are innocent until proven guilty. Because we need to get all the information before we start making these irrational judgments. But the world's not like that anymore. Because people who don't follow the Bible, they don't have any faith in Christ, they don't have any belief in the Word of God, so they follow the world. And the world doesn't give a shit about God's laws. They care less about them. And since most of America's laws originally were created via God's law, or based off of God's laws, you think they're going to follow even the Constitution? Nope. They give a crap about the Constitution. They give a crap about the Bill of Rights. That's why they're coming after guns, freedom of speech, and all these different things. Illegal search and seizure. Or the one, or that one in there, I think it's the Eighth Amendment, which talks about excessive fines and fees. But they don't give a crap. Oh, you were speeding a half a mile over the speed limit. That's $1,000 fine. What? For some people, that's a 2-week paycheck. You're not going to do a half a mile over the speed limit. I told a cop one time. He said, you know, you're doing 60 to 55. I said I was doing 60 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. He said, yes, you were. I said, did you follow me for the full hour? No. So I was going 60 in a very small portion of the zone. Well, that's not how it works. I said, yeah, but that is how it works. Because I was doing 60 for maybe, what, an eighth of a mile? Or was I going 60 for the full mile? What's the limit? Here's another thing too. Laws. It's always interesting that this is kind of the catch-22. A judge once told me one time. He says, what he said. He goes, ignorance of the law is no excuse, or something like that, right? I said, then how come there are speed limit signs? And he didn't say anything. He got pissed off at me. That's the same judge that I got a divorce from and lost millions of freaking dollars. Anyways, I asked him, I said, why are there speed limit signs if ignorance is no excuse for not knowing the law? I said, because shouldn't you already know what the speed limit is if you're coming into a town? Oh, let's go, people. Ain't got all freaking day. As green as gonna get. Anyways. And he kind of looked at me funny, and then he just thought I was being a smart ass, but I wasn't. If you're telling me that my ignorance is no excuse, or as you say my ignorance, then why are there speed limit signs? Shouldn't you already know what the speed limit is? Huh? So anyways, here's another thing with signs. Now, in Everett, Washington, if you look me up, just look up coffee shop owner and tickets in Everett, Washington, right? And then you can type in my name, Glenn Cogshell, that might work too. But you'll come up and you'll see an article about when I came into a city council meeting with a stack full of parking tickets. And I threw them down, and I told them that this is BS, and I actually got them all erased. What they didn't print in the paper was very interesting and telling. How I got out of all those tickets is on every sign that's created. If it's to be legal, it has to have the code, WRC WAC code for Washington. They have a WAC code. They have all these different things, or they have to have their local ordinance code so you can look it up. And the signs that they had around, which they really didn't have any signs, they had no marking or nothing on them. It's just like a sign that says no parking. Okay, but it was a sign installed by the city, not a private owner. So no parking more than an hour and a half. They had, anyways, I won. Like I'm saying, I won. Because I ran for mayor in 2000, I actually went to the mayor's office and had a sit-down conversation with him. And then I created I almost created it to then not really create it, but just to piss people off. But I created a Hewitt Business Coalition, which was in Everett, Washington, that I got all the businesses in my area to sign the petition that they were pissed off about these parking tickets. Anyways, like I said, needless to say, all my clients' parking tickets were destroyed and thrown out because A, the sign didn't have legal identification, and B, I had a conversation with the mayor because the mayor knew me because I ran for office prior. See how that all works? So I always tell people, get involved. You never know, you might come in handy. It's like building permits, stuff like that, right? A lot of times you go to the building permit, the permit office, right? And you say, hey, what if I'm gonna add another bathroom, what do I need to do? They won't tell you. They say you need to get an engineer who do whatever, but they really won't tell you anything. However, if you're somebody like me and you ran for office and somebody just happens to know you, they just say, hey, what are you doing here? Well, I'm going to add another bathroom to my house. I was just figuring out what I needed. Oh, yeah, no problem. Here you go. Yeah, just have John over there once you're ready and done, and he'll come and take a look at it. Nice seeing you again, man. Hey, I voted for you. See, that's how you do things, man. It's not complicated. It's like you gotta get involved. It's not a mystery, you know. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. We'll talk at y'all later. I'll have to look at what people say. I got lost in my home. Where's up there, Billy? I don't know where up there is. Maybe I do, but I'm just not thinking. Yeah, voice of the woods. Yeah, the $500 goes in the cop's pocket. You know, the one thing about Russia and different parts of the world, you know, sometimes, yeah, I'd get pulled over, right? And I would, you know, hand them some money or whatever. And that's just the way they did it. And they were happy. Sometimes it really wasn't even anything. It was, you know, $5-10. In Uzbekistan, I gave a guy like, you know, a stack of 100 Sums at the time. And it was 30. It was, I think it was 1,000 Sums per dollar, something like that. They were having a issue with their currency at the time. So, I think it was 1,000 Sums per dollar. So obviously you wouldn't have 1,000 1 Sum bills, but I got a bunch, and just to look like a rich guy, you know, I spent like $10 and had about that much, you know, stacks worth of money. It was kind of funny. So I gave the guy, you know, about that thick of Sums, and I just gave it to him, and he goes, this is in Uzbekistan. I got pulled over for speeding. 120, and I don't know. I had no idea what the speed limit was. The guy just pulled out of nowhere underneath. There's like a tree in the middle of it's like one tree in the middle of a big valley, and the guy stepped out behind the tree, and so I pulled over, and I was with my ex-wife, my son, and another guy, and just roll down the window a little bit like this, like the a-holes that you see on TV, that they all roll down the window a little bit when they're talking to the cop. And the cop goes, hey, can you roll the window? I don't have to. You know what I've learned with that is that just don't be an asshole to cops. Most of them are okay. I think I've gotten pulled over probably, I'd say 50 times in my life. And out of those times I've gotten a ticket, maybe I've gotten 3-4 tickets in my life. So, you know, I used to drive a 69 Mach 1. I rode motorcycles. I've had Porsches. I've had so many different vehicles, you know, so it's like, You know, you get pulled over, just don't be a jerk. And if they are, you know, then that's when you learn to be quiet and just give them what they want, and then just deal with them in the courtroom. So, anyways, I don't know how I got on that topic, but I got on it. Red Rider, sexual immorality. He pisses got off. I guess I'm saying that. You didn't say that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, obviously. God wanted all people to feel the torment and pain that he feels when you have children. Meaning, you can have 2 children, and each one are very different. You can have a litter of 12, and then you can have 11 want to kill one. On the story of Joseph. So God wanted, and then it's another thing too, with God's or his children, the sons of God, meaning the angels, right? So even Lucifer is the son of God, but Jesus is his only begotten son of woman. That's different. Anyways, so God wants us to have children so we understand what he deals with. Meaning, oh, you thought you did everything right, huh? And then you still have one that's a freaking druggie. He said, I've had the same problem. I created all these angels. I created everything, and I did this, and then I had one try to go steal a third of them away from me, asshole. So now I'm making all you guys have kids. Oh, you 2 guys want to screw each other in the rear? Oh, no. You can't have kids that way. It doesn't work. I want you to be fruitful and multiply, meaning I want you to feel the joys of having good kids, but I want you to understand that you might have a shitty one too. You still love them. You want to kill them, but you won't. You still love them, even though they're a piece of shit kid. Now you understand what I deal with, right? That's how I see God looking at it. You want to understand how I deal with it? Have kids. Oh, 2 lesbos? It doesn't work that way. And I don't want you being inseminated by some gay dude either, please. This is a joint thing with families. So you have a kid, your blood, right? People are going to hate me for that. Why you be talking that way? Anyways, all right, guys, I got to go. We'll talk at y'all later. Hug your kids, call your parents. Go see a neighbor, repent and be baptized. What are you talking about? Are you talking about baptized infinity pool, huh? Cool. Well, I'll be heading out here in a couple weeks. I don't know. Tomorrow I'll know my schedule a little more. So then we'll get you baptized or something. Anyways, hug your kids. Just contact me via email. See ya. Hug your kids, call your parents, go see a neighbor, repent, be baptized. I get that out of me at some point in time. See you later. Bye.